Hi, my name is Maggie Cherry, owner of CHERY'S Financial Services. I've been in the financial industry since the early 2000s. CHERY Financial Services is a consultancy firm that provides payroll and bookkeeping services to small business. Learn more about what we do at CHERY'sFinancialServices.com and connect with us on all social media handles at CHERY'S Financial Services.
All right, welcome back. This is Alice, Jam with Alice, and I have my guest Shaquin Thomas from Soul to Table Catering. Listen, if you have not been to this young lady's Instagram page, you just saw the intro. All right, you haven't been. She makes you hungry. She always makes me mad because she puts these pictures up, and I'm like, oh my God, now I'm really hungry. The macaroni and cheese. When I get to Atlanta, I need that macaroni and cheese. Period. That's it. It's the macaroni and cheese. It's this, and it's this other one that I really like. Oh my God. All right, so you all gonna see it. I'm gonna put the right here. This right here is like the corn and everything. It looks so good. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for coming to the show, Shaquin. I really, really appreciate it. We have been trying to do this for a long time, and it just seemed like we just could not get it together. Something is always happening. And then I see you always traveling. So we're going to be talking about that. All right. And she does look young, but the woman is a caterer. She's a chef and she knows her crap. How about that? Maybe we shouldn't say crap. Shit. Let's just say shit. She knows her shit. How you doing, Shaquin?
I am great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you are very, very welcome. Soul to Table, young lady, you have to still be in your 20s. I'm going to say that, right?
Hey, on a good day, yeah. But no, I am 37 years old.
Oh my God. That's that black skin people.
Black don't crack. That's what they say.
Black don't crack. When did you start cooking?
I started cooking about 7 years ago. About 7 years ago.
What made you start?
I had babies and they had to eat. So I just started cooking, and the food actually kind of, was good. So like working in corporate America, we have potlucks all the time. So you bring in different dishes. So every time I brought a dish and they're like, oh, this is really good. You should sell this to us sometime, make some money off of it. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like cooking was never a thought. It just happened to be a talent. And I started to, sell little pans and dishes and stuff. And that's kind of how it happened.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Wow. All right. So you started cooking because you're in the corporate world. Mm-hmm. And then you just start cooking. Then you start charging your co-workers. Best way, I guess that's how you test it out to see how the recipes go. Did you have all the recipes that you have now? Did you have them then?
No. It's been a trial and error process because like I said, cooking wasn't like I didn't go to culinary art school or anything like that. So it's like just the food I like to cook. That's what I try. And then as the cooking was good, I said, let me try some different things. And, I look online, this sounds good. And every time I find a recipe, I put my own spin on it. Okay, this is my dish now. I'll put this, I added this to it. It's mine. It's sold to table.
Wow.
So, and, that's just how it happened. I always have taste testers. I have cousins and family that come over. If I post a picture, they'll call me. Hey, is that today? I'm like, nah, I made that yesterday, but I posted it today. That kind of thing. So, yeah.
So now they're upset with you, I'm pretty sure.
They're upset. Yeah.
All right. So how did Soul to Table come into fruition? How did you start the business? Because you're in the corporate world. So
yeah. So the way I started the business, I was working in corporate America, and my father became sick. So I had been doing the little business on the side. And initially, my catering business was called Catering to All Your Needs. That's what it was at first when I first started, like when I was doing the side thing. And my dad got sick, so I took a leave of absence to take care of him. And it was very quick. I was on leave of absence for maybe like 10 days. They said, hey, can you come back? I'm like, no, nobody's here to take care of my father. He had stage 4 lung cancer. He was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. I said, no, I'm still just taking care of him. They said, well, we respect what you're doing, but unfortunately we have to move forward with business. If your dad passes, you're welcome to reapply. And I was like, oh, okay. At that time, I wasn't thinking I'm like, bump the job, worry about my daddy, not even really thinking about anything. And he passed 10 days later. And, the day that he was transitioning, I actually had a big wedding. I was catering for like 200 people. So I'm in the kitchen cooking, and he's on the bed, and I'm going back and forth from the kitchen to the living room, checking on him, kissing him, telling him I love him, whipping up macaroni and cheese, beef brisket, peach cobbler, green beans, kissing him. It took him 4 hours to transition, right? So about 10:30 he transitioned, and I called the coroner. They came out maybe like 3 hours later. So during this whole time, I still got to get all this food out the door. Like, it didn't hit me. Like I didn't break down, nothing like that. And my dad knew that he used to help me like chop up my food and prep and stuff. So, he was one of my biggest helps. And so I feel like he gave his soul for me to cook. So that's why the business, when I thought about it, I said the name should be Soul to Table. And that's how Soul to Table came to fruition. So fast forward, I spent all my money taking care of funeral costs and that kind of thing. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I don't know. And then one of my friends at a thrift store, she said, maybe you can sell us a plate one day until you figure out what you're going to do. And I said, oh, I guess I could sell a plate. Never thought about it. And I sold her a plate. I took a picture with her and put it on Facebook, and it went viral. And I hadn't looked back since then. Like, I've been full time with this thing since then. So, hey, it happened for a reason. That's probably, I feel like it was all meant to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
that
just how
is
I
your
have it.
why. That's your why.
That's my
like I
why.
said, that's your why.
Yeah.
So starting a business, sorry to hear about your father. Starting a business, what was the hardest part really to start getting it off the ground? Because at one time it's just almost like not a habit, but a hobby that you were doing. Now it's a business. What are some of the hardest things? Maybe somebody can follow up behind you and they're like, well, I need to know what was hard about it to start.
What was hard about it, because it's like, okay, now I have a business. I got to figure out how to get customers, where the customers are going to come from. So
Right.
at this time, I said, okay, I have any money, so I couldn't pay anybody to advertise. So I said, this has to be completely word of mouth. I got to take samples and stuff like that. So with catering, I started cooking extra and stuff, and I would take samples to barbershops and beauty salons and that kind of thing. I mean, I was on the ground doing footwork. Like, when you start a business, you have to be on the ground, getting to know people, introducing people, telling them about your business and your why and that kind of thing. And that's like the hard part, getting people. And then you have to keep customers, make sure whatever product you sell is like the bomb, so they're going to keep on utilizing you, and that thing right there. But you have to be consistent. For me, the hardest part was, okay, what, I don't have a check coming in every 2 weeks, so we have to do this. And I have 3 kids. That's okay, we got to make this successful. So if I'm gonna be selling plates from 10 to 2, but if the barbershop calls at 5 p.m., they want some place, I'm gonna do it. At that point, it was grinding. It was kind of like a dope boy.
Right.
We hustling. We out here hustling. We the duffel bag. We hustling out here. So, and that's pretty much what it was. So, the hard part is being consistent and being disciplined. You have to be. If you're not disciplined or consistent, you're not going to be an entrepreneur. Like, you're not. Like, I've always been an 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, or I never thought that I'd be. Go 5, get off work, you cool. But yeah, it was and the thing about it is, I think everything happens for a reason. I was working in accounting, so that helped. So I have an accounting background, and then I cook. So those things right there really helped me out to be able to build my business. I had the knowledge of, business and, trying to keep my finances in order or whatever. So yeah.
All right, so now we have our why. We have the trouble that we how to get started. You had to grind to get this off the ground. What was your aha moment when it's finally you say, you know what, I can start seeing and I can rest a little bit. It's starting to go the way I want to go.
The high moment was so along with the why, I do a lot in the community. Like, giving back is something that my grandmother taught me. If your hands like this, blessings can't go out, blessings can't come in.
That's
So
right. Like
yeah. So while I was building this business, anytime I had extras, like, before I was giving them to customers and stuff, I said, what, I can give to people like the homeless and the elderly and the veterans and stuff. So I started doing that, and I was posting it on social media as well. And so people came to know me as, okay, this is Soul to Table, this is like a soul thing or whatever. And so that was like my high moment. So people, like, not only were they, addicted to or attracted to my food, they were attracted to the person, the service, and that kind of thing. So, I didn't have to advertise. I don't even really advertise anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's a word of mouth thing. Like, hey, the lady that, I feed the cops and the firefighters once a month for free. So like, then I'm like, oh, Shaquin, Soul to Table Catering, the cops and the veterans and community, they get their food once a month for free. And like, the high moment was like just people, giving me praises that I was on CNN for giving back one time. And that was like the high moment. Like, okay, this is like great exposure. It was my birthday, And I was like, okay, I'm gonna, because I do stuff once a month. So I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna just go get this guy some food. He's 90 years old. I'm gonna give back to the homeless. I took a picture and put it on social media. I don't know how CNN found it, but they found it. They called me and they did a little interview and they posted it. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And after that, it's like a turning point where, like, at that point, people were just reaching out to me. Hey, can you cater? Can you do this? Like, just trying to get to know me. Who are you? What do you do? You're like, these people from everywhere. And so that was like a high moment, like turning point. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh, wow. And there had to be a high moment right there with CNN, because that's a nice little boost for your business.
It was nice. It was a nice little boost. Yeah.
So are you still cooking out of your home, or are you moving into you have your own kitchen?
I'm a personal chef. So basically what I do is I go into my customers' homes and prepare the food, like for them, like they have an event, come in and, do the personal chef thing. Everybody's, ever since COVID, everybody's into they're just being a little bit more cautious and they're just into the little intimate dining experience. So that's what I've been doing.
Oh, wow. Now you brought something up there and it is so true. People have to, in running a business, people must like you. So that I think that is really, like, to me, 50% of your business. They may like the product, but they must like you too, right? How did you get people, other than to feed the other people? What do you think is the importance of people liking you so you can keep your business?
I just think, I guess it's just me, because at first, like, you're right, I didn't realize that, you're just posting pictures of your food, but sometimes I guess it's just like, we look at TV, people want to see who you really are. So it just took a little, okay, hey, let me post pictures of me traveling or doing these different things, or like just a minute of my life. People want people that are relatable. I have kids, so a lot of my customers have kids, so we're posting pictures with kids at the park, or just different, issues that you may have with kids. Hey, you ever seen a teenager wash a hat in the dryer and that's the only thing they do, just different things like that. So it's just kind of engaging them in that kind of thing. So they just feel like, oh, this is cool, and I also do, in addition to cooking, I kind of do this. I'm a thrifter. I love cheap finds and stuff. And so I started it on Facebook. I started a group. It's called Southern Savvy and Saving. And so it's a group in which I show everybody the different clearance items. Like I go to different stores every day pretty much. And I'm showing them, hey, this is the 99-cent table, 25-cent table. So people are like, hey, she's helping us, figure out, to be more, frugal with our money. And she's showing the latest deals and that kind of thing. So people just started to gravitate towards me, and just different ways like that. Hey, she's funny and she has the kids and she cooks and she loves our community. And then she's giving us the bargains. It's, hey, you got a one and all type person. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Oh, look at you. You look at you. So how long it's been since you had your business open now?
4 years officially.
4 years. Okay. So in 4 years, ladies and gentlemen, she has actually cooked for celebrities. Yes, she has. And I know for a fact she has cooked for Coco Brown, right?
Yes.
Hollywood actress. She's one of the stars of
Never Have I Ever.
Never Have I Ever, right.
And 911.
Mm-hmm. And 911, yes. And then Single Moms Club from Tyler Perry.
Single Mom Club. Yeah.
So how did you get that hook up to get to cook for her and other celebrities?
So it's Coco Brown. I'm on this networking platform. It's called I Love Women CEOs with Rob Vincent. He's awesome, and she's on the platform too. And so that's how we met. We made the connection, just in this, the pandemic, Rob used to have the events in different states. And so it became virtual. So we're just all on this call with different entrepreneurs and businesses and that kind of thing. And she's on the call and made the connection.
Oh, wow. So have you cooked for other celebrities?
I have. I've cooked for Jay Holiday. He's a singer. He sings, my singing is terrible. Okay? But so I'm gonna put you to bed. I'm gonna put you to bed. That song right there. Dundra and Nicole. Some of the members from the group Black.
Wow.
The group singing group, T.I. and Tiny, both their moms I've cooked for. Mama D. The cast of Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta a few years back. Frank Ski, all different types of people. So yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow. Where do you see yourself in about 5 years with your business?
My goal, they say you got to speak it into existence. Hopefully it'll come to fruition. But my goal, I would love to have my own cooking show one day. That's actually my goal. So I'm just, grinding, trying to get there, step by step, you know.
Well, I think you're doing a wonderful job at it because I watched some of your videos. And if you haven't seen her videos, you really need to go on Instagram and go to Soul to Table Catering, and you'll see some of the videos today. And I like the one that I actually used for a commercial where you had a young guy sitting there and he, how did this taste? And he just looked so nonchalant. And I love that video because it seems so real. I think if you start with YouTube, you're pretty much on your way. I think you may be another Issa Rae. That's just my opinion.
Well, thank you. That's my goal. Thank you. Consistency and stuff. You got to think about being an entrepreneur. You wear many hats. You know what I'm saying? So, it's got to be consistent and make sure YouTube is the way to go. YouTube, you got to post stuff. You got to post videos. You got to do stories. So I'm doing everything.
You got to do
I think one day
everything.
I'm gonna hire an assistant one day so they can handle the social media because I got to make the post, do the invoices, do the cooking. Like, oh my gosh, try to edit the video.
So you're a one-woman show right now.
I'm a one-woman show right now. So yes,
I am too. But what you find, and I don't know if you feel this way, but sometimes it's just hard to let go of your baby to somebody else.
It is.
And I think that becomes the problem. Let's talk about other chefs. Have you worked around other chefs? Who are your mentors?
I have worked around other chefs. Honestly, I don't think I have any necessarily mentors. I know people that I follow like on social media. Like there's a chef, his name is Chef Marlowe. He's in Atlanta. He does really, really good work. I've met him a few times. I love, there's a lady, she's like my inspiration. Her name is Nick, the Chic Chef. She has a company. She's like the first Black-owned market in Phoenix, Arizona, and she's about to open up like a bistro. She has her own line of seasoning blends and like champagne finishing salts, sauces, risotto, all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, wow, like, oh my gosh. And she started in 2017 as well, or maybe in 15, but just a few short years. But I mean, she has her own market. I mean, you have to look it up. The Nick the Chic Chef. When you see it, you're gonna be like, this is beautiful. But yeah, she's like definitely one of my inspirations. And Tabitha Brown, she's awesome as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I follow those people.
Well, that leads into my next question. You're cooking, right? You're cooking for stars on top of that. And I will be in Atlanta, so I want my plate as well. Don't even.
You're gonna get your plate.
I want my plate. I want a big plate. I'm a big girl. I gotta eat. Okay. But I bought Shaquin's seasoning blend. Let me tell you something. I put some olive oil in the bowl, and I took a couple of blends and put them together, basted them in, put me some chicken wings in there, baked it. Oh my God, that seasoning is off the hook. I don't know which one. And I just grabbed two. I said, let me just try this, and oh my God, where did you get that recipe? I guess we can't ask you where you got the recipe, but
so for me, so I'm gonna tell you. So my thing has always been like, so when I'm cooking, I'm a personal chef for customers. They have within their cabinets. Oh, I have some garlic powder. I have onion powder, and I'm like, that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? I want to create a line of seasoning blends so that way when I go and I travel or whatever, I have everything I need. So I need it to be just compound into one. So that all purpose is my thing. I'm like, you know what? I love garlic. I love onions, Himalayan sea salt. And I'm like, you know what? Lemon peel sounds good too. What about some orange peel for, you know what I mean? Just give something the extra kick. And I want it to be different. So I said, I'm going to put all this in one and this is going to be it. Yeah. We're going to put it on toppings, salad toppings. We're going to put it on potatoes, vegetables, chicken, hamburger, steak, whatever you want to put it on. We're going to put it on. I put that on everything.
Yeah. And you can put it on everything. I haven't tried all of them yet. And I got to look and see. And I'll put it up here. The two that I use.
I just came out with a new one. There's a lemon pepper one.
I love lemon pepper.
And the everything but the bagel. People love this bagel seasoning.
I didn't get that one. Yeah.
These two are new in the last 2 weeks. Those are both new. So yeah.
All right. So now I got to order those two people. You see what she do to me? You see how she, and I like the pricing of it. People, you got to go to, how can they get that? And the price is really good. I have to make it. I would have thought it was more, honestly.
Right. Yeah. It's on my website, Soul to Table. Everything's Soul to Table Catering.com, Instagram, Soul to Table Catering, Facebook, Soul to Table Catering, and the website is soul to table catering.com. They can order all of the seasoning blends, the cookbook, all the merchandise, sweatshirts, the pot holders, everything's on the site, for them to get. So yeah.
You all got to go get that seasoning. That seasoning is popping. I'm not even kidding. This is young lady. You did a very good job on the seasoning. So you got a
Well,
customer
thank
for
you.
life. My sister stole one, so I need to find out which one she stole because I'm gonna have to replace that one.
That's funny.
Yeah, she stole it. She's like, "Oh, I've used this to put in my air fryer, girl. That was good." I'm like, "Girl, I'm gonna kill you."
That is funny.
Uh, it is. Um, where else other than Instagram? Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook as well. Sold to Table Catering.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. And branding. Let's talk about branding, then we're gonna get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. But we got to know about branding, okay? And I always ask, and it's gonna be a couple more. Just this. When you branded yourself, I found that 42% of Black entrepreneurs, they fail at their business in the first 1 or 2 years because of branding. How did you keep your brand going?
That's a good question. I mean, I just think it's just staying consistent and staying relevant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to fall off. I guess it just depends on the product that you have. There's a high need for it. People don't want to cook, so it's a high need for cooking or whatever. And yeah, I just believe that that's how it stayed on. Just just not with the cooking or whatever. Just because of my service work and that kind of thing, that which makes me stay relevant. Just always constantly doing something. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's why. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So now we're gonna have a little fun. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
I'm our friend over.
All right. So this is something I say at the end of every show, and I usually have it on my posts on Facebook and Instagram. Find your fire. Be true to who you are, and whatever you do, inspire along the way. All right. What is your fire?
What is my fire? Like my go-to, like my why, like why do I what makes me keep going every day?
Yes.
I feel like I've come too far to stop. There's no way I can just say, you know what, I'm gonna quit. I mean, I think in every business, when the more successful you are, there's going to be haters at every level. And every time I make a post about this success or this, I have haters that come. You know what I mean? And I get a little discouraged sometimes. I'm like, you know what, they're my motivation. That's my fire. Like, hey, I'm gonna do even more. Like, hey, watch this. Oh, you gonna, hey, okay, cool. We're gonna come out with 5 new season plans next week. We're gonna do this right here, because I know that he has me, so that's definitely my fire. When the haters come, I'm like, you know what, he has brought me too far. I know that I have destined for so much more greatness. So it's cool. Just keep hating. It's perfectly fine. We're
Good
going,
girl.
we got something for that.
Good girl. All right, and then I say, be true to who you are. What is being true to you?
Being true to who you are. I mean, never, second guess yourself. And that, basically, I feel like we have a sixth sense. We have a gut feeling. We have, if something's not right, we know it.
Yes.
And with cooking or whatever, never half step anything, give everything your best. That's being true to who you are. Give it your 100. And if you give it your 100, that's being true to who you are.
Okay. And then the final thing is inspire along the way. Who do you want to inspire? Who have you inspired?
Inspire along the way. I feel like, I live where I grew up, you know what I mean? And so I feel like, the people that are coming up, the kids and stuff like that, they have to see the older generation doing things so that, we can continue on or whatever. So I pray that I'm inspiring, the youngsters to be, give back and that kind of things. Cause if you don't see anybody doing it, why would you do it? But I have youngsters because my son is 16, and so our community has changed quite a bit. And so at school I can't control who he brushes shoulders with, but I'm like, okay, cool. If I can be the change myself, if I can do positive things in the community, and so the little young kids can see me doing stuff, maybe it'll change their outlook or, how they are in school with him. So like I became a PTO president so I could say, hey, I'm going to get to know these young guys, and I'll go out to the basketball courts. I'll take a checkers game. I'll take pizza and water and just kick it. And they're looking at me like, what's she doing out here? But then they come around,
Woman,
you know what I'm saying?
A busy person. Very busy.
So yeah. Yeah.
What's
definitely.
Your favorite meal?
My favorite meal. I'm country.
Uh-oh.
So I'm country. Okay. So, I'm country, but I'm bougie. Like I can eat neck bones, and sushi every day. Okay.
Oh my. Oh my.
I'm
People,
just-
she said neck bones and sushi.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I can eat sushi for lunch and neck bones for dinner, and I'm happy.
And you happy.
And
Favorite
I'm
dessert?
happy, yes. Favorite dessert, I like sour cream pound cake and egg custard. I'm country. I don't need no extra. Just give me a plain piece of pound cake or some egg custard. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite place to relax?
On the beach.
She's always on the beach. So if you go to her Instagram page, you're gonna see that's the first place she goes to. Okay. Favorite book?
My favorite book. So there's an author. Her name is Donnell Jackson. I love her. She has a book. It's called Shantae's Song. I probably read the book over 100 times. It's like a little Baby Zane novel. Yeah, I love it.
All right, and let me see what else. And what else is something that nobody knows about you? That's the final question.
I love music. If I could sing, I probably would be in Hollywood somewhere, but God knew He didn't give me a voice. But like music, I listen to music all day long in the kitchen while I'm cooking, while I'm driving, while I'm sitting here. Like, I mean, I have to have, and I love old school music. Like it's blues, it's doing the butt. I mean, if rock steady comes on, rock steady, my kids are gonna sing along. That's how much I play old music. You know, my 8-year-old, my 9-year-old, they say, "Oh, is that David Ruffin?" Yes, it is.
Oh wow.
So
Now,
yeah.
you know what? We may need to do a TikTok together because I can't sing, but I love music. I really do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
We can
love
lip sync.
we can lip sync. Shaquin, I want to thank you very much for coming on my show today. I'm finally got a chance to talk to you, and I am very happy. You have really enlightened me, and I see the joy in your face when it comes to your craft. All right, and I still want my plate. How about that?
You're gonna get your plate. You come to Georgia, I'm gonna have you a big Hungry Man plate waiting for you.
Yeah, I want my plate. If I can stop through, I'm going to Miami on Sunday. If I could have stopped through there, I would get my plate then. But I will be there this fall. So I want my plate. Okay.
Well, you enjoy Miami. I'm jealous. I want to come too. You make me want to come to Miami.
Oh, I'm going with my sister, and then we're going to spend the day in Miami because I have never been, and then we're gonna drive over to Key West and spend the day there the next day.
Oh gosh, I went to
So
Key
that
West
is
about a
Sunday,
month ago.
Monday, Tuesday.
You're gonna love it. It's so beautiful in Key West. I've never been to Miami, but I love Key West. So beautiful.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
I can't wait. Again, how can they find you before we get out of here?
They can find me on all social media outlets, Facebook and Instagram, Soul to Table Catering, and the website is soultotablecatering.com.
Soul to Catering, soultotablecatering.com. Right,
yes.
Y'all heard that. All right, so we're going to get out of here because y'all see me. The makeup is getting ready to come on off. The heat is off. It is so hot here. I'm in Chicago, and I'm about done. So
it's gonna be 99. It's gonna be 99 degrees here in Georgia tomorrow. So
I'm glad I am not there. I am so glad. Hey, look, catch me next week when I'm not sweating and I'm not all wet and drippy everywhere. Okay. We're gonna thank Shaquin. Make sure y'all go hit her Facebook and Instagram, and make sure you go get those seasonings. When I say they're the bomb, they're the bomb. All right. She's taking on more clients. Y'all better get us a cook, and you don't have to cook in this hot weather. Make her do it. Okay.
Right.
All right. So I'm Alice. That's Shaquin. I'll see you next week on Jam with Alice. And thank you very much. Find your fire. Be true to who you are, and whatever you do, inspire along the way. See you next week. Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye. All right. And then that is it.